What up, YouTube? It's your boy Black. Uh, just had to make a video right quick, which is probably not gonna be right quick. I try to make all my videos at least 15 minutes, just so that it give me some time to talk, cause I like to ramble on a little bit, as you guys probably know. Um, but for this video, I probably am gonna need the whole 15 minutes to talk about the game I'm gonna talk about today. But real quick, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man, to my man Matt Denning, 19. He one of my new subscribers. We've been messaging a little bit. I just wanted to give him a shout out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna start doing that. Everybody that subscribe and you leave me a message and you actually talk to me through my messages or whatever, I'll actually give you shout outs. You know what I mean? Just to let you know I appreciate the comment and the interaction with my videos. Um, Now on to the video. Um, what can I say, man? What can I say? This game is epic. This is one of the best games I ever played in my whole entire life. I mean, not just the best Batman game. One of the best games I ever played in my whole entire life. This game is literally perfect. This game is literally perfect. There's nothing, no flaw, nothing wrong with this game. Or every mechanic, every game plan that they have for this game is executed flawlessly. There's no complaint for this game. The only complaint somebody could have for this game is that they're not a Batman fan. Okay, but even if you're not a Batman fan, you could love this fucking game. This game is amazing. But if you a Batman-aholic like me, like I love Batman. I grew up with Batman. I was so excited for this game. I went and downloaded a bunch of Batman movies. I watched Batman Returns, regular Batman from 1989, Batman Returns, the under the with the Red Hood, Mask of the Phantasm. I just started watching everything I could pull up that was Batman. You know what I mean? And I've been having a ball. I mean, I'm Batman Week. That's what everybody on my PSN been saying. They calling it Batman Week, whatever. But it's been freaking amazing. Now, the game is pretty long. The length of the game I'm hearing is between 20 to 40 hours, depending on the paths you take and the side missions that you do. Um, the side missions, the way they have it incorporated into the game is, I mean, is epic, because the side missions aren't just like, you ever played Spider-Man where they got like stupid side missions where it's like a guy falling off a roof and he's like hanging off the edge and you do that like 150 fucking times. You know, it makes no fucking sense. It's just space filler shit. It makes you feel like Spider-Man, yeah, the first time you do it, but after you do it 5 times in a row, you're just thinking, okay, there's a mass suicide thing happening in this damn city. Like, how many people are on the edge of a building asking for help? But in this game, they don't do that. The side missions are incorporated into the Batman universe so properly, it is freaking ridiculous. I mean, I don't want to give away no spoilers, okay, because this game is that epic, so I'm going to try to avoid talking about the story as much as possible, because I want you guys to go buy this game. So if you're not a Batman fan, this right here will make you one. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the story at all. At least I'm gonna try not to. Okay, but the way they have the side missions set up is that the side missions are villains. They're actual villains, and the side missions are so fleshed out that the side missions feel like they could be the whole game. Like that, those side missions feel like they're so big that they could have just made this one boss the whole boss for the whole game. But no, they incorporated all the Batman characters that they could possibly think of into this game. I haven't come across everybody yet, and I haven't beaten the game yet, but I got a gist of just about how the game is playing, how it's going to play out, and how it's playing out through communication with other people on YouTube and other people I know that are playing the game. Um, it has every Batman, every Batman, whatever. I can't even talk. This game has got me so amped right now. It has every Batman villain you could think of. Every Batman villain you just about could think of. All the main ones, the ones that are worth being there, are in this freaking game. And they're incorporated key to their character. Okay, so I don't think Mr. Freeze is a main character. He's not a side mission. Okay, but they have Victor Zsasz, I think, is a side mission. Bane is a side mission. The Riddler. is a side mission, and you pretty much know how the Riddler does his mission. He's not a hand-to-hand kind of guy, so you know what you're going to be. His name basically tells you what you're going to be doing. But there is a surprise when it comes to that, though. The open world in this game, the open world is freaking amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most beautiful games I have ever played in my life. I mean, it's winter in Gotham, and there's nothing more epic than Batman standing on top of a gargoyle, crouched on top of a gargoyle, and the snow's falling. And then I recently just noticed this effect that they have on the material of Batman's suit. Like you actually see the snow, like it'll land on his suit, on his cowl, the mask, and the cape, and it gives off this like this real mild, shiny texture, and it looks like the snow is melted and it's on his cowl, and it gives you like this texture that makes it look like it's a rubbery type texture, and it's kind of shiny, and it also has like this. It also has like this white, this light white dry texture too that makes it look like it's snow, like there's snow on him, and it's just freaking amazing. I mean, you can zip line through the whole entire city. You can upgrade your zip line using AR missions, augmented reality missions, which are freaking incredible. I hear a lot of people complaining about those, saying that the gliding controls could be a little better. But the gliding controls are fine. They just take some practice, and you have to be real delicate. You can't make hard turns left and right. You have to be real meticulous with your movement when you're gliding in the air, okay? Because it's not that easy, and I like that because it gives off the feeling that it's Batman. He's a human. He has to be really meticulous in his movements to do what he's doing. It's not easy, So they don't make everything so easy for the player either. Um, what else can I talk about? More of the open world. I'm trying to squeeze some more stuff in here about the open world. Um, they got stuff hidden out all out throughout the city. The AR, his visor, that the detective mode is enhanced now. It's so much more full. He can listen to conversations over a distance, so you'll start hearing stuff come up like a radio in his head, right? In his earpiece. And when you hear it, it's like, what the hell is that? I thought it was like Alfred or somebody communicating with me, but no, it was him picking up voices from like through a building or on the ground or just somebody that's around, and they're not like right in front of you. They'll be like maybe 100 feet away or something like that, or even through a building. You gotta turn the detective mode on. When you turn the detective mode on, they have like the X-ray with the skeletons, and it shows you their condition, whether they're calm, um, scared, or it just shows you their condition and their vitals a little bit. And it gives off like these symbols that are around their head to let you know that's the guy talking, and then he'll stop, and then the person responding, and it'll show you that guy's talking and having a conversation. And it gives you the feeling of being Batman to the point that you really are a predator. That you really are stalking your enemy, your prey. You really stalking them. And it's really freaking amazing how they give you that ambient feeling. This game is Batman DNA. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous. Rocksteady is probably one of the best studios I ever seen. I can't wait to see what they do after this. I mean, I don't know where they're gonna go, if this is their last Batman game or if they'll pick up another superhero property. I hope they do, because these guys are, to me now, the definitive superhero video game making company. I mean, this is freaking, it's an amazing game. There's so much to talk about. I probably might have to make 2 videos. It's really that crazy. I mean, everything, even the way they incorporated Catwoman, right? Catwoman is DLC that comes with the game if you buy it new, or you can purchase it for $10 on PSN, or I don't know how many Microsoft points that is, but $10 basically in PSN and in Microsoft points. If you buy the game used, which you're probably not gonna find it used for a while, but that's how much it costs. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like the DLC that came with this game is worth actually having. Like, I got the collector's edition, right? And then when I play as Catwoman, like, it's not like it is when people go and they're gonna get the Robin or whatever other characters, those challenge characters. Those are just maps set up for you to play in. They're not within the story arc. The Catwoman DLC is for the single player, right? And when I'm playing the single player, I'm like, and I start to play with Catwoman, I'm like, what would this have been like without Catwoman? Because I'm like, the game is so fleshed out when you're playing with Catwoman. So it's like I couldn't imagine her not being there. Like the way they incorporate it, it just seems more of a deeper core experience. Like this DLC pass is actually a pass that's necessary for once, and I like that. It's like they took everything they could do right with this game. They did, and that's what I love about it. Catwoman plays just as Catwoman plays just as good as Batman. Um, Somebody's ringing my buzzer. I'm hoping it's not my wife coming home early in the middle of the video. But anyway, Catwoman plays just as good as Batman. She is really, really um, brutal in her fighting style. Uh, she's more flexible, more flippy. Like I seen her do a counter move where a guy tried to hit her, and she basically just stands on one leg, and the guy tries to hit her. She bends back and just kicks her foot straight up in the air and kicks him in the face as he's trying to punch her. And it's like it's a hard thing to describe, but see, let me show you one of my action figures. It's in front of my computer. What she does is she tries to kick you, and she bends back like this, and then puts her foot up and kicks you in the face like that. And the guy's like standing like right next to her. So he's trying to hit her, and he goes, and he just kicks him in the face, and then she just bends back straight again. Like she just has really more flexible combat than Batman, but she is freaking brutal. I mean, she gets around the city different too, which makes the mechanics a lot different. They have like this wall crawling type of a mini game where instead of having the grappling hook or a glider, she uses the whip, right? And you see the ledge you want to jump to, but it doesn't get you there as soon as you press it. So you target the ledge, you use the whip, and she'll swing to the area where the ledge is, and then it has like these green circles, and it has like a timing mini game, and you have to press X at the right time, and she'll climb up the wall, and it'll tell you like good, too late. You get the buttons, you press them right. I don't know what you earn by doing that, but it tells you whether you're doing it right or not. And it just feels so like, oh man, this is amazing. And I'm hoping that when they drop more DLC, that they add more playable characters in the campaign. Because somebody told me, I don't want to do any spoilers, but there are going to be other Batman characters that I think should be playable. That are heroes, not villains, that should be playable. And you guys probably know who I'm talking about, but I'm just trying to avoid the spoilers. Uh, Let me see. Let me see what else. The combat system tweaks. The combat is way more deep now. Instead of just being able to counter and wait for the count, waiting for the combo ticker to go up to like ×8. Instead of having to do that, where's my phone at? It's never a dull moment in my house. Now I'm getting phone calls. It's my brother Joe. Yo. Yeah, let me call you back in a minute. I'm making a YouTube video. I'll hit you in a minute. he called him to talk to me about video games, and I'm making a video about video games. I'm normally all over the place with this because the game is just so big. It's hard for me to put a description on it to make sure that it's worthy. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make sure I do the game justice, but it's not easy for a game that's really this freaking good. When a game is really, really good, it makes it harder to describe and get everything out there. The combat system tweaks. In the last Batman game, you just could counter. You had to wait for the little ticker on the side to get up to ×8. Once you got the free flow combat down pat, you really can get it up to like ×8 or at least that high, I think, and then you could do like a special combat move, which would be like a grab or throw something within the free form combat. Well, they've made it even deeper, which I was like, I can't believe this. Every weapon that Batman gets now can be used in combat, including the explosive gel. So you can basically be fighting a bunch of guys and then do a roll on the ground. It looks like a regular roll, but while he's rolling, he's leaving explosive gel. And then you can trigger that and blow up a group of enemies while they're around you, if there's a large group of enemies. Or you can be fighting guys with guns now, and you use the bat claw to yank the guns out of their hands. Or you can use the bat claw to yank a guy from across the room into you, and you yank him towards you, and then Batman clotheslines him and bangs him down to the floor. I mean, it's just freaking incredible. Now, Catwoman has the same thing, but she doesn't have, per se, yeah, she does. She can use the whip, I think, to drag their feet from under them. But also, she has, like, caltrops that she drops on the floor, and when you step on them, they hurt